Uganda says it is encouraging refugees from countries where it is now stable to return voluntarily. Over 1 million refugees from Rwanda, South Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo currently live in Uganda. Isabel Nakirya reports.
Uganda's Ministry for Refugees says it's time for many of the refugees living in Uganda to go back and rebuild their countries. Uganda has long been known as a welcome place for people fleeing war and persecution. But now the government says resources are overstretched, and if the refugees' home countries are safe, it's time to return.
To me, the ultimate solution is their countries should be made peaceful and they go back. That is the final solution. But partial solution is enabling them and skilling them and making them become really useful citizens when they go back to their countries.
He also said South Sudan, Burundi and Rwanda could now be considered stable. All this comes at a time when relations between Uganda and Rwanda are strained. Rwanda accuses Uganda of harboring dissidents. Around 14,000 Rwandan refugees live in Uganda. Some are worried they could be forced to leave.
Under the refugee law, that is not allowed. If someone flees his country over some problems, you can't tell him to go back. But if it's done well and someone feels he can return, then it's okay.
The UNHCR says countries must commit to the safety of returnees, including rebuilding their lives once they choose to go back.
Refugees should not be sent back to the country of origin against their will, and that refugees should be given the right to make a decision for themselves as to when they would like to return to the country of origin.
The UN Refugee Agency also facilitates voluntary repatriation of programs developed jointly between refugees' countries of origin and the host countries. Even though calm has returned to some countries, the UN says it may not be safe for some refugees facing political persecution to return home, and until there is an assurance from the countries of origin for the protection of refugees, repatriation shouldn't go on. Isabel Nakirya, CGTN, Kampala.